the advice you gave me was the best advice I've gotten in the last decade. And if you would have said it to me 10 years ago, I would say that this is so hokey. I would have said this is so hokey, but it was the most powerful advice, and anyone here can use it. And it changed the trajectory of my life at 50. And Mark and I were training for a last man standing event, okay? And we were both stuck at 38 miles. We couldn't get past 38 miles. And I'll do this relatively quickly. We did 10 training runs, and every time we got to 38 miles, we just stopped, and it became a mental block. Man, that's our max. We maxed out. We were saying we maxed out. And I didn't know Chad. I heard him on a podcast that he took a guy that ran 5 miles to 100 miles at the starting line by having the guy say, I never quit, over and over. I'm like, it's impossible. No one can run 5 miles as their most miles and do 100. If Chad has the power to 20x someone's capability, I want to meet him. I want to 20x my business. I want to 20x my parenting. So Chad goes, man, I tell him, he goes, I'll come out with you and Mark. In 2 days, I'll fix you. He comes out to our house in Connecticut, and he's there, and he says, the first day he doesn't say anything. Me and Mark are like, what's this guy doing? He's just checking us out and stroking his beard and laughing. I'm like, when's he going to teach us to change our cadence and what to drink and the Navy SEAL formula? At night at dinner, he goes, guys, tomorrow we start at 0500. Let's meet at 4:45 in the kitchen. And I'm like, my friends are like, what did you learn? I'm like, nothing, zero. 4:45 comes, he goes, guys, today we're going to shatter your personal best. We're only going to do these 3 things. 1, we're never going to give our pain a voice. And that's just what Chad said earlier. He said, I know you're going to be in pain. You're going to say, I'm not good enough. Someone's better. I don't have what it takes. But once you say that, you give it power. If I ask you how you feel, you say, I feel outstanding. 2, we're not going to curse. We're not going to say anything negative. He said, it's just, every loop, we're going to say something we're grateful for. And 3, we're not going to die in the chair. That's Chad's mantra. It's something that it's a staple of what he believes in. Like I said before, like he said, leave it out on the floor. So we did those 3 things. Mark doubled his personal best. We did over 50 miles. Fast forward 30 days later, Chad and I are at the starting line of the Hennepin 100-mile race. We get to mile 75 and I'm broken. He senses it. He says, Jess, I'm going to tell you something crazy about me. I never get tired. It's a miracle, man. I never get tired. I want you to say it. I can't say it because I'm exhausted and I'm limping. Chad says, no, go say it. I said, Chad, I never get tired. He says, no, say it like you mean it. Chad, I never get tired. He said, great. We're going to walk over to the aid station about a quarter mile away. And when we get there, you tell everybody you don't get tired. Tell them about our miracle. We get in. They give us the food. I said, this is Chad. I'm Jesse. Man, this is crazy, but Chad, we never get tired. He grabs me like this. He goes, let's go. We take off, and every 3 minutes, he said, we never get tired. Chad, I never get tired, all the way to the finish line. The power of what you say. And I watched it. I watched it as others faded. So if you're in business and you say, I don't have what it takes, I'm not good enough, I don't know enough, I don't have enough experience, you're feeding that. And I wanted to share it because it's so important. And I learned it from Chad. He is the master. And it works. It works with my kids. You know, my son is dyslexic and the teacher says he's struggling. No, he's not struggling. You're telling me he's working hard to grasp the lessons. So just pay attention to all that stuff.